Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about coin roll hunting, Sovereign Edition. I've got 25 sovereigns. We're going to quickly look through them to see if there's anything spectacular. I'm also setting you guys a challenge just in case you notice something that I picked up on straight away. Let's see who's got eagle eyes. So before I get into it, for those of you who do enjoy my content, please support me. You can do that by liking, commenting and subscribing. If you do want to click on an ad, that kind of helps me. It's not so much important. Now that's out of the way, let's get into it. So I've got 25 sovereigns. I'm going to be going through them, and then I'll be going through the mintages and whether or not they're rare or not. So let's kind of start off with this one. This one's actually already been sold. It's a Queen Elizabeth II. It's a 1959. Nice condition, nice luster. They tend to be of good condition in this from this era. Most of them, if not all of them. So let's have a look. 1959. Oh, it's actually one of the rare ones, believe it or not. 1.4 million. Maybe I shouldn't have sold it, but hey, it's one of those things. So I like to get anything under a million mintage. I think that's a nice coin, especially the older ones. So let's get into it. So 1909, there is no mint mark, so that's a London sovereign. And let's see where we're at on that. 12 million. It's not in great condition, you know, it's just bullion value. 1913, and that is an S, I believe. No, I think that's not a mint mark, actually. Nope, no mint mark. That's just my eyes playing tricks on me after I've had two really long days. So let's have a look where we're at with that. So a 1913 London mint, so that's 24.5 million. It's okay, it's got okay luster, you know, it's just bullion. Let's have a look at this one. So this is a no mint mark 1915. Again, like anything from this kind of era, it tends to be heavily minted. 20 million mintage on that one. And the next one is an 1896 Melbourne mint mark. When you get to the Australian sovs, they're very hit and miss in terms of the mintage. Like some are really rare, some are minted to high heaven. So an 1896 Melbourne, about 4.5 million. The half sovereigns tend to be really low mintage. Let's have a look at this one. So this one is a 1915 no mint mark. And let's have a look where this one is. That one is supposedly 20 million. We shall see. And the next one. This is a 1913 no mint mark. That's close to 25 million. Nice luster on this. 1927 South Africa. The South African sovereigns are very highly minted. So this one is 16 million. If you get a 1927 or a 1928 from Melbourne, they're way under a million. So one's 300,000, one's 400,000 with change. 1927 South Africa. Again, we just had that coin. This one's probably the better one. Again, they're just bullion coins. It's not a problem. So I'm paying bullion prices. So if I get anything that is a bit extra, you know, I'm happy. But it doesn't really matter. So this is an 1890, and it is a no mint mark. So it's a London. And let's see where we're at on that one. About 6.5 million. 1894 Sydney. And that is about 3 million. That's okay. You know, the condition is not quite there. It's a shame. This side's probably better than this side. This side looks pretty pretty rough, but that's how it works sometimes. 1912 Sydney. Yep, that is an S. The fact that it's worn is not great. So 1912 Sydney is... That's okay. That's a 2.2 million coin, so it's maybe slightly a bit extra for some sovereign collectors. 1904M. So a 1904M is about 3 million. Probably closer to 4 million. Let's have a look. An 1889M. So an 1889M, 2.7 million. That's okay. Slightly rarer. You got to realise that most of the coins from these eras would have been melted down from the war. So I'd say rule of thumb, half of them been melted. I don't know for a fact. You're never going to know, but it would make sense. Let's put that over there. Potentially worth a bit more. Not guaranteed. So a 1907 London mint mark. The price of this, or the quantity, is about 18.5 million. 1914 no mint mark. That's 11 million. Surprisingly, that is the year that they were suspended as circulated currency. So anything after that should be in relatively good condition. 1927 South Africa. We've already been through two of these. You know, this one's in. It's got great luster. Look at that. Nice coins. These tend to have good luster. A lot of them were minted. So yeah, nothing rare about that. There's maybe two that have got a few extra quid in it. So let's go through. I've got some more. I paid slightly more for these. I don't know why. It was more a case of I was offered other stuff that I made the money back and more on. So I was like, okay, let's appease the gentleman and just pay slightly more. So this is an 1889. Now don't get me wrong, some of these coins are actually really nice. Like, that's nice. It's a nice coin. Like, let's not make no bones about it. 1889. Let's have a look. Sometimes you just have to play the game. Like, yeah, okay, I'll take it when you don't really want to pay that much. It's okay. So this was a 7 million mintage. I bought 8 of these sovereigns. Again, it's a nice coin. Like, I'm not denying these are not nicer coins. So this is an 1893. It's a Melbourne mint mark. Now this is what we're talking about. This is where we want to be, because this is 1.6 million. You know, so there will be more money in this. Conditions there. And not only is the condition there, you know, it's got luster and it is a limited mintage. So this is something that I would actually price higher for a collector. 1891. Again, this is a Melbourne mint mark. Yeah, so this one's 2.7 million. Good luster. I always look for the luster. The luster for me is what it's about. Again, that's something I would price slightly higher. 1888. So there's no mint mark on this one. 2.77 million. Again, you know, this is something that I would probably put a bit extra on. I know it's here, but it's not as fun to read it off, you know. I'd rather do it myself. 1913. So there's no mint mark on this one. I've probably paid more than I should have on this. It's okay, you know. Like I said, there was something else I got in that did okay. So this one definitely paid too much. There's a big mintage. Even though the luster's there, the mintage is around 20. Is that 13 or yeah, 25 million. It's a good example. You know, it's very striking in terms of the coin. So 1904. By extra, I didn't pay much extra, you know. They were sold as super sovereigns. I rolled my eyes, but I kind of knew there was other things on the table that I wanted. So this is a no mint mark, so it's a London, and that's about 10 million mintage, so that one over PayPal. We're on 3 and 3 at the moment. 1890, again, it's a nice coin. A bit worn here, it's a shame. I'm pretty sure that's an S. Yep, that's... See it? I'm 90% sure that's an S. So let's go through if it's not an S. So 1890. If it is an S, it's 2.5 million. Again, that'll be there. If it isn't an S, it's 6.5. Now this next coin here, this is a beaut. This is definitely worth the money I paid. Again, I've paid a lot less than what I sell bullion sovereigns for, so it's not really an issue. Now let's go for it. So this is an 1892. It's a Melbourne mint. That is a gorgeous coin. Absolutely gorgeous coin. It's nice, you know, it's a nice coin. 1892 Melbourne mint, 3.5 million. It's nice. Now, I actually chucked one coin in here that shouldn't be in here. So I'm sorry it's 12 minutes. Did anyone get it? Did anyone see the coin? You know, I was sold 25 sovereigns by this gentleman. It's one of my regulars, it's not a problem. And he sold me one that he should have done. It's okay, it will get resolved in the morning. Does anyone know? Does anyone want to take a pick? This one. Now, when you look here, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right for many reasons. Firstly, this you could have said, okay, well, that might be jewelry, but then you look at the fields, and the fields don't look good. I'm looking at it thinking, okay. So some of you might have clocked it. I said supposedly X amount. Then you look at this. You know, it's... You see? I don't think it's going to pick it up. It's okay. This just looks dodgy. What gave it away for me was the writing, and then it was this. Maker's mark. So this sovereign hasn't been made to fool someone. This is clearly on display. Now, the funny thing was, my supplier said to me, so I've got 3 fake sovereigns in. Do you want them? They're 0.9. And I said to him, like, no, I'm not really into that stuff. And he's like, oh, that's perfectly fine. And then this one slips the net. So, yeah, great one. But they deal with such sheer quantity that it's kind of my job. It should be everyone down the chain looks for fakes. I might keep this as a interesting piece. It won't be getting sold on, that's for sure. It's either going to the melting pot, it's going back to him to go to the melting pot, or it's going in my tray of oddities. A very expensive tray of oddities. So yeah, for those of you got it, well done. For those of you that didn't, we all learn something every day, so it's not a problem. I hope you've enjoyed my coin roll hunting sovereign edition, and I'm sorry it's been longer than planned. I hope if you do like my content, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.